This Middletown situation is getting a little bit deeper than what I even thought. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor, coming at you to tell you a little piece of my mind. And you know what? We got to do a quick little update on this Middletown situation. Before I get into any of that, make sure that you subscribe, just in case you want more information as it comes out in real time. And if you like the information, go ahead and like it. So here we go. I've been overwhelmed with messengers, text messages, people sending me information everywhere. I got contacted by one of the kids' fathers, and we sat down today and we had a discussion. Now, I will tell you this, that it was a really good discussion. I was able to talk to the child and truly understand some of the things that were going through his mind during this event. The first thing I will say is that those pictures were taken almost a month ago, sometime in January. It just so happened came out now. But I don't want to get too far involved in that. Let the police do what they're supposed to be doing in this situation. But I can truly say that I could see some remorse in the kid's eyes. Some of the things that he was saying, I've kind of felt bad for him, because I don't think he truly understood what was going on and the severity of it. His dad was very open, and we had a very good conversation. I talked to the young man, and I told him that this is not just about sending pictures, that this is a whole history of people in America that have struggled and had many nasty things happen to them. I told him that people have been hung, people have been killed behind that word that was used. Now, for black people, we got to stop using that term also. There's no point in using the N-word under no circumstances, because it's just not right. It's not right for anybody to use that term. I've listened to the press conference, and I truly understand what was said during that. But I have some issues with that. First of all, let me tell you this, is yes, we do need to monitor our children's activities on these phones. And yes, I do pay for them. But I've had clients that tried to grab their kid's phone from them because they were doing things that were wrong, and they ended up with assault charges. The kid ran into the bathroom and then called the police, and the police came and arrested the parent for trying to grab the cell phone out of their hand. I talked to a couple different parents today from the Middletown area. They have talked to the administration about some of the racist comments that have been said to their children. They were told that the protocol was that they were just going to call the parents to notify them of what was happening. These parents have been dealing with this for a while. I thought it was just this situation, but this is getting much deeper. From what I'm hearing from some of these parents, that this is a common thing for this N-word and these other things. One of them even told me that they said that a kid told one of the black children there that this was a vanilla valley. Now, where do the kids get a vanilla valley from? This is bigger than what we thought. See, I thought it was just these 3 kids. And now, don't get me wrong, I don't know all 3 of these kids, but I did speak to one. And I know for a fact, after talking to him, that he knows that he made a mistake. Is this just a mistake? I don't think so. I think it's just people that are around their peers, and their peers are starting to have these types of conversations, and they're just falling in line with the peer pressure. People, we got to understand that children are still children. Even though we see this in an adult mindset, these children are still living this world. God help us in every single way. Because if this doesn't change, we're going to see this problem happening every day and everywhere we look. It's not just in Middletown. I want to make that very clear. I grew up in Texas. I saw racism on a major level. I even had a football coach call me a nigger right there on the field. You can ask my father. He even had a meeting with all the coaches because it was uncalled for. And now we are in 2022. Is the problem going away? No, the problem's not. They keep saying that it's not a school issue. I know that it is a community issue, but the school is inside the community. And the school is filled with community children. If this problem keeps on coming up, and especially people really got upset when I talked about bullying. But this is bullying. Just like assault. There's different levels of assault, but it's still assault. This is harassment. It's not just a black thing. It's not just a cultural thing. It's that kids are just being kids. But it's starting to get outside of the kid realm once these guns start showing up. As I talked to the father, and we had a very good conversation. And I'm not trying to justify anything that kid did, but I can truly tell you that I could see that this father he was trying his best to get his kid to understand. I talked to him about all the different aspects of what racism really means. But it's not my job to change his mind. That's his job. That young man has changed his world forever. Even though it was just a thing that they thought might have been just funny, and they just sent it to each other and thought that it was just going to be a fun and games kind of situation, his life now is totally changed. And I told that young man that if you, whatever happens in your life, you better remember the way that this feels. Because when you hate people and you do hateful things, there's consequences for your hatred. I don't want to see this young man end up down a bad road just because of one mistake. And it's our job to show forgiveness in any kind of way that we can, because that's what we're called to do. Some people don't believe in God and some people do. And I do. And that's the reason why I can sit down with someone of a different color and have a discussion about what's really right and what's really wrong. Because God has placed me in this predicament, and he's placed me in this arena and given me this platform. And I'm going to use it as much as I possibly can. This is bigger than what you think. It's not about small town. It's just about the wrong town. What people are doing that's wrong, that's being seen. It's David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor, coming at you to give you a little update of some things that are going on. Take it easy. Bye.